So, Cowtown Hamfest 2019, and it is starting right now. So, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Jason, KC5HWB.
I'm Frank, KG5AHJ.
And we are recording from the Cowtown Hamfest because, let me move this over. That's better. We're recording this, which will be posted later, because we tried to, we set up a live stream. I did a short live stream that kind of,
Pseudo worked.
Well, but the one last night pseudo worked, but
Yes.
there were less people in the building last night.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, there's probably less people on the Wi-Fi here last night than there are right now. And this morning, it wouldn't start. Like, I started it, and the connection turned red, which means it's no good. And it ended, and I tried to restart the stream, and YouTube told me that the stream had already completed, and it was like 4 seconds long. So obviously, yeah, it's
Joys of going live.
right, exactly. So the Forest Hill Civic and Convention Center is where we're located right now. Excuse me. And apparently they don't have the Wi-Fi works. It's just not good. It's not strong enough. Not enough bandwidth for live streaming on YouTube. But you can see. I'm going to switch over to this shot right here. This is over the top of Frank's head. A lot of people in here this morning. It's about 10 after 9 right now. The doors opened at 7, and it was, a few people came in at 7, but by 7:15 it was packed.
Yeah.
It didn't take long at all.
Yep.
And then it was quite a bit of stuff here. So
Lots of good stuff out here.
yeah, lots of good. And there's more vendors here now than there was last night. But there's no new vendors here. Did you notice that?
No.
Okay. So usually, in the last 2 or 3 years, this wall that we're sitting against right now is where ARRL would be.
Oh.
And I don't know why HRO's not here this year. Because I was going to talk to them. I was going to talk to HRO, and I had some questions for them. But, and Main Training Company's not here. Now, the wireman, Mike the wireman, who's out of Oklahoma, he's usually here. He had a family emergency last week. You know Mike.
Yes, I do.
Okay. So I know why he's not here, but I don't know why HRO and MTC are not here. So I don't know. But having said that, there's a lot of really good swap meet stuff up here. Used radios, good antennas, power supplies, amps, tuners, that kind of thing. So this is the first Hamfest of the year in the North Texas area, and it's usually a pretty good turnout. So have you ever been here before?
No, this is my first time.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. What do you think?
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Minus being, like 30-some outside.
Yeah, I know.
It was snowing when I was driving up here.
That's what Rod said. He's in here somewhere, and he lives up in Howell, just north of McKinney, straight up 75.
Yep.
He said it was snowing this morning. He said they left about 4:30, and I'm like, why in the world did you leave at 4:30 in the morning? They went and got breakfast and met up with some other people. But, yeah, he said it was snowing up there. It was not snowing in Grapevine. It was wet. It was kind of drizzling.
Yeah, well, that's where I saw the flakes on the way here.
Yeah.
There's a truck outside that has, snow all over the top of it.
That might be Rod's truck. He said it was. He said it was still falling off of his truck when he pulled into the parking lot here this morning. So I think he was like the second one in the door. That's my buddy Rod, KD5HQF. He's big into DMR and All Star. So you hear him on those channels a lot. But anyway. That is that. So, what else is going on?
You posted a couple of videos. You finished the part 2 of the controller board,
the repeater.
Yeah.
The repeater. Yeah. Actually, I haven't done the Seabridge part yet. That's going to be part 3. So what we're going to do, I wonder if I can pull that up right here. Yeah. Hold on. What we're going to do is, I did a BridgeCom video, and then I did a BridgeCom video part 2 where I connected a Raspberry Pi running Pi-Star to the DBM or the DB connector in the back of the repeater, And then the next time I'm going to do connecting it to the C bridge, which is going to be a little bit, let's go over here and switch that so you can see this right here. And this is part 1 here, repeater setup, and then repeater setup part 2, which is where I connect it to the Raspberry Pi. And then the next one will be to go into the Raspberry Pi, into the DMR gateway settings.
I'm going to be watching that one.
Yeah, and connect it to the C bridge. So, in fact, I've had 3 or 4 people come up to me today and say, "When are you going to do the one that connects it to the C bridge?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Because Bridgecom, let me talk about that real quick. So Bridgecom's doing another giveaway. Around Christmas, they were giving away a complete 220 package. Okay. It was about, I think I want to say it was, hey, how are you? I want to say it was about $1,200 or $1,400 worth of gear. And they were doing, they were giving away a repeater, a duplexer, connecting coax cables to connect everything up. Programming cable and software.
Is this all one package? Or
it was all one package.
Okay.
And they were giving it, and they did a giveaway. I think it was at around Christmas. Might have been around the first of the year. I don't remember exactly when it was. But they announced that they're doing a new one just like a few days ago, and it's a DMR repeater package. So let's go over here. I'm going to find it, giveaway, and I'll go here, and I'll kick back over here.
Of course, the banner rolled. Click to the left.
That's okay. Yeah, we can there and there.
That's the right.
I know. They should all start over. Well, I think. There it is. The giveaway, DV Mega Plug and Play package. So they are going to be giving away your entry 0. I obviously have not entered yet. So, and here's their YouTube video. This is their YouTube video. 23 days left.
What do you got to do? Just scroll down.
I think you have to
sign up.
6 ways to enter. Log in with email, Facebook, Instagram, SoundCloud, or Twitter. Provide your information. I think you can log in with each one of these, and each time you log into one of them, it's
counts. The second one, or a third, or 4.
Right. Yeah. So you get multiple entries into the contest. It's like buying multiple tickets to a raffle. So in this bundle giveaway, they're going to give away an Anytone 878 radio, which I really like. That's the upgraded version of the one you got. The 868 is really good. That's the one that you've got.
It has GPS in it, but no GPRS.
APRS.
APRS.
Yeah, well, this 878 has APRS.
I know.
That's the big difference. So they're going to give away a dual-band DV Mega hotspot, a plug-and-play programming, the speaker mic, the Anytone case, the Nagoya antenna, the Anytone battery limiter, and access to Bridgecom University. So basically a complete DMR package to connect to most DMR networks. Doesn't include a repeater this time, but it includes their radio stuff, which is pretty cool. Still pretty
I'm going to go and enter that.
You should enter it.
I think I can only do it once.
No, I think you should be able to. You should be able to do. Oh well, yeah, because you don't have the other, because you're not on social media. So you can use our Beer Channel Instagram if you want to.
All right,
so
I'll do that.
I'll use my Ham Radio 2.0 Instagram, and you can use Texas Brewcrafters Instagram.
All right, so there's 2 chances.
There's 2 chances there. So, and if you win, I'll let you have it. That's cool.
All right.
So, awesome. But yeah, so that's pretty cool stuff there. And upcoming, let's see. Next week, I'll be posting a couple of videos about a UHF radio case that fits an iPhone.
Really?
Yeah. You take your iPhone, you drop it in the UHF radio case.
Okay.
And then you can use the case by itself as a standalone UHF 2A radio. It doesn't even have to have an iPhone, which is what I do because I don't have an iPhone.
What?
Yeah, exactly. But if you download their app, then you can control it with the iPhone app.
Now that's pretty
cool.
So
it's pretty sweet.
So how are you going to test that out?
Well, I already went through the menus and everything. I didn't really test it because I don't have an iPhone. And when they sent it to me, I said, I don't use an iPhone. Can you send me one for an Android? They don't make one yet.
Oh.
So, but they still wanted me to review it, so I reviewed it. So that'll be posted next week, and then later next week, I'm going to do a video on how to write an image to a micro SD card for a Raspberry Pi.
Okay.
Tell people how to do that. It's kind of like a how-to thing. And then next weekend, we will be at Winter Field Day.
Yes.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. We're going to do some videos with Bridgecom. No, not Bridgecom. I got Bridgecom on the brain. We're going to do some videos with Buddy Pole. We're going to do some videos with MFJ products, Buddy Pole products, MFJ products, Mastworks products, solar controllers, Ed Fong antennas, maybe an MFJ cobweb antenna, and we're going to do a video on how to set up a portable HF station.
And somewhere find time to make contacts.
I'm going to let you make contacts while I'm making videos.
I thought I was just going to be the jester in the background.
You can do that too. Well, we got Noel there. He can be a jester in the background too. So I know that Noel's wanting to do. He built one of his own. Those, what are those called? The umbrella antenna? No. Octopus. The octopus antenna. That MFJ has a new thing called an octopus antenna. It's similar to a cobweb. It's similar to a hex beam, but it's not exactly the same thing. The octopus antenna is a circular antenna that has horizontal ham sticks pointing out.
Okay.
So you do like you can do like multi-band, and it can do ham sticks, 2 ham sticks for 20, 2 ham sticks for 40, 15, 10 meter, whatever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he built one himself, and he's going to bring it next weekend. So I'm going to let him talk about that, and I might try to talk him into doing some. He's got an IC7200 with a built-in, and that radio has a built-in sound card.
Yep.
So it's really easy to use on FL Digi, FT8. JT65, PSK, and all that kind of good stuff. So I may try to get him to do some demonstrations of that, because I've never used that radio for those modes.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun. It'd be fun, I think.
I'm just waiting for the weather to warm up, so I can get on the roof and start measuring and how much cable I need for my own ham shack.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, I can get some cable behind us here at the Phasecom booth, which LMR 400.
It's going to price it out.
Yeah. Well, I think they have show specials back there, so you can kind of see that on the right of the screen right there, and then up there on the top left corner of the screen, you see those guys standing on the balcony. That's where the forum rooms are. There's 2 rooms that they hold forums in back there. So
I saw testing, and do you know what they're going to be presenting later today?
There's a couple things that they're going to be presenting. I think it's let's see. Let's switch back over here, and then let's go this way. I don't remember exactly what it is right now. But we can find out. We just go to their website real quick. But see, even the website pulls up slowly. And it's not the website, it's the internet here. So he's pulling up.
I wasn't going to comment.
Well, I mean, there is, I gotta figure out if see, you see the signal right here?
Yes.
It's not even that. It's not even full bars right here, and we're inside the building. So I don't know.
It's a decent signal. It's the bandwidth of so many people.
I think that's what it is. So having a Wi-Fi big booster wouldn't help with that.
No.
So, yeah. Let's see. Education is here. We're going to go over here and switch over to that. And then this is the education section and program schedule. I don't know why they need to update their certificate on that page, but here we go. Need a box for your latest project, design in 3D. So they got some 3D printing stuff going on.
Really?
That's pretty sweet. Huh?
That is pretty cool.
You know, Coob is going to lend me, a friend of ours named Corey, who we call Coob, is going to lend me one of his older 3D printers to do some testing with and do some shows on this channel with. So I'm going to be doing some 3D printing stuff coming up. It's going to be pretty slick, I think. So this one right here I might record. It says create a standalone APRS tracker with a real-time maps using a TNC Pi on a Raspberry Pi and Exastier.
I'm going to attend that one.
I don't know what that's at 11. So I asked him, this guy, Mark Colross, he's KD5 RXT. He's given forums last 2 or 3 years that I've recorded, and he's very gracious to let me record that. So I might go up there and record that one coming up. And then, of course, there's the ARRL North Texas section updates and roundtable, which they have every year because this Hamfest is the North Texas section convention Hamfest. So they always have a forum here for North Texas section. And Steve and Ken, who were on the live stream a couple weeks ago, are going to be here today talking to people who want to talk to them live. So pretty cool stuff.
That will be fun.
I agree. That will be fun.
Anything else in the late afternoon?
They have, let's see, at 1 o'clock they have a semi-portable multiband FEM dipole. And then at 2 o'clock they have Baofeng HT Programming 101, which they have that every year. It's a good...
who teaches that? I think I've seen him.
Bob Ballard,
Yeah.
KG5 SQJ.
It's a good course.
Yeah.
Very informative.
Yeah,
and,
I think so. If you've just gotten your license, that would be a good course. I should probably record that one of these days. But
the Battlefield techs are very good radios. It lowers the barrier entry significantly.
Oh, yeah.
For new hams.
Yes.
And get them on the air.
Right.
Because before all this, in order to start, you need to go out and buy a $300 radio.
That's right.
Used.
Yeah.
If you want the new ones, it'd be $5.
Yeah.
Just for the handhelds.
Yeah.
But it's opening up the hobby.
I think it is.
A lot more people.
When I got my first license in '94, the least expensive radio I could buy was a radio, and I still have it. It was a Radio Shack HTX 202. It cost $189. It would hold 12 memory channels. 12. And it would go from 144 to 148, and that's it. Wow. So it wouldn't go outside of band. Like it wouldn't even receive outside of band. It would 144 to 148, and that's all. And it would 12 memory channels, and it cost $189. And now you can get a dual band Bofang that'll go way outside of band. In fact, that's one of the things that FCC's cracking down on. So, but they're like $30. So yeah, it's opened up the door a lot to people who want to get into the hobby that are now. Bofang is an entry radio.
Yes.
Once you get your feet wet and learn everything, you really should upgrade to something that's better, because it's just not the same quality as a Kenwood or an Icon.
But it's a great to get you into it.
Yes.
And expose.
Agreed.
And to slap a mag mount. I ran that for 9 months. A mag mount and a Battlefield radio.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah. And you
hit
now
all the repeaters.
But you upgraded. You got a real radio now. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it makes a difference. So anyway. So sorry that the live stream didn't work out. Not just out of our control, internet issues. But if you were here today, I hope that I've got to walk around for a couple hours this morning before we started this recording and talk to a bunch of people. And
there is my head at the bottom.
yeah. So, but that is it. So. Glad that you were able to make it.
Yeah.
So, Winter Field Day next weekend, and then we're going to set up for a live stream on February 2nd. So February 2nd is Groundhog Day.
Yes, it is.
We're going to do a live stream from the EOC. So we'll probably record a 10-minute live stream and just loop it for an hour and a half for Groundhog Day.
I was trying to put something together in my head.
yeah, that's what I just loop the whole thing over and over again, so you can watch it.
Or just repeating topics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So maybe not. But anyway, all right, guys, thanks for joining us. Again, sorry about the live stream, but we do what we can. Post this. Hopefully, I'll post this before Monday. Yeah, I should be able to post this on Sunday, so it shouldn't be that stale by the time it gets up. And then we'll see you. We'll post a new one on Monday, probably a new one on Thursday, and then see you live again February 2nd. I'll set up the live stream URL here.
So what's your plans on trying to get that streamed? Are you going to do a hotspot, or?
What do you mean?
When we're going to do Winter Field Day, you're going to stream.
Oh, we're not going to stream it for Winter Field Day. No, we're not going. We're just going to record and then edit on the back end and post later Winter Field Day. No, there's no internet out there right now. But I'll talk about this. One good thing about the deer lease, that everyone will see in Winter Field Day. The Roston Tower has a mesh node, and it's pointed south right now. Now, my deer lease is almost due west of the Roston Tower. Maybe, I don't know what the distance is, 3 to 5 miles as the crow flies, something like that. Maybe 6 miles, something like that. But it's close enough. I can sit in the deer stand and key the Roston repeater, either the 2-meter or 220. I could do the 440 also. I never get on that one. Or the DMR repeater on Roston from low power on an HT inside the deer stand from anywhere I want to. So they're going to put it. So I went to the guys that didn't administer the repeaters on that site, and I went to them and I said, hey, what would it take to get you to put up another node and point it west towards me? And he's like, we're already planning on doing that. We're going to connect to the Bowie EOC.
All right.
I'm like, okay. And I showed him a map. I showed Andrew a map, KE5DBD, GBD. I can't ever remember his call sign. But Andrew, you know who you are. But I showed him a map of where the Roston was and where my deer lease was, and he's like, dude, that's going to go right over you. Right over you. He's like, all you need to do is put up a node, and you'll catch the signal that goes from Roston to Bowie. It shouldn't be a problem at all. And it'll have internet because the entire Denton mesh network has internet run to it.
Oh, that's so cool.
So I'll be able to put up a mesh node,
Uh-huh.
bring internet down to the deer lease so we can get on internet at the deer lease without having to use our 4G. And I'm going to put up an IP cam, and I'm going to leave the mesh node there at the deer lease, but I'm going to put up an IP cam that watches camp so that I can log in from home and pull up my IP camera and look at my deer camp.
So how are you going to plan on power all this?
Well,
the big question is.
yeah. Well, the long-term plan is to get a power pole from the electric company. I've already talked to the landowner. He will allow us to call the electric company and get a power pole put out there for full-time electricity.
Okay.
We don't have that yet. But another thing I've been wanting to build anyway is a standalone Arden mesh node that runs on a battery. So basically a battery with a battery box
Yep.
and a mesh node plugged into it with PoE power and a solar panel and controller. All as one unit, and stick out in the field somewhere and just leave it there.
I would like to help on that project.
Yeah. No, I figured you would.
I want to learn all of that.
Yeah. So we'll be doing a little bit of that. We'll be doing some solar panel and controller stuff at Winter Field Day. But yeah, having a standalone mesh node with a solar panel and a battery, because a mesh node's like 600 milliwatts. It doesn't take any power.
Mm-hmm.
So you could get like a 12 or 15 or maybe 20 amp hour battery, AGM battery, which you can get those for not very much, and just put a solar controller on it and a solar panel. Shouldn't have any problem at all. So so that's the short-term plan. And then when we get electricity, I'll plug it up to electricity, and the battery can act as a backup at that point in time. So if electricity ever goes down, then it's on battery power. But that's my plan.
Sounds good.
But that's going to be a fun project. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep.
Going to see a lot more stuff on Arden Mesh Network coming up on this channel in 2019.
Can't wait to get my antenna pole up there so I can put my own node up and.
We might make that an episode.
I'm willing to do it.
Okay. Let's do it.
We just need to find the expertise and the manpower.
The manpower we've got, the expertise I'll have to call someone for.
Well, we know a lot of people. We just got to sit down with them. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry about the live stream, but be sure and catch us on this channel every Monday, and live streams on the first Saturday of every month this year in 2019. 73.
Thank you for watching.